Wie geht es Ihnen heute?
Ich glaube gut.
Es ging um die Frage, ob Sie eine Idee haben, warum Sie Leo T. so brutal erstochen haben.
Just from the opening, there was just such a stark difference between the woman right from the start. She looks almost like a ghost, reflected with images of her in a white dress, her being happy. I thought there was a lot of interesting visual motives and thematic motives that were sort of building up to the very dark and sinister implications of what had happened to her, what she was imagining or what she was hoping to do to rectify that. And I thought that the piece had a sort of mixed media approach that felt sometimes like a stage play performance. Sometimes there was like written word towards the ending of it. It had a mixed media artistic approach that I thought was effective. The music really helped tie everything together. It had a really great choice for the score. I thought it really carried the piece in each sequence of this woman's life as we're watching them out of order, obviously trying to discover what had actually happened to her and what she was trying to do moving forward. The ending was quite impactful in that way. The shots of her choking him and imagining what would you imagine to be the rape, and her sort of trying to reconcile that. I thought gave the piece a level of emotional depth that was very effective.
I love the way that it was shot. I love that we kind of get to relive these memories with her and put the pieces together with her. The actress was so incredible. Her performance was wow. And then there was like the dance element that was put in there as well, which I like wasn't expecting, but was amazing. This film was just so well done, and I don't feel like even the language barrier affected it in the slightest. This was really, really, really well done cinematically. It was shot beautifully, but also the performances just made it like so. Great job to everybody.
We get to see her, prior to this event also, like the park scenes where she's meeting this man that she loves. The lighting feels different. It feels like we're watching a happy memory compared to some of the other scenes she's seen. And we can see that clearly she's in love there. Even the wedding scenes also, it feels like a candid moment, like behind the scenes of a wedding photo shoot. And it's a really lovely touch how that played out as sort of, candidly talking to a photographer off to the side. It really just made it very believable and feels like we're peeking into a moment in her life. Um, Things that I noticed, you have this reoccurring of this bouquet, the same bouquet we see the victim carrying before the stabbing is the same that she gave to her lug. It makes me wonder, is this a trigger for her? This little bear, we see that in a lot of the scenes, her cradling this little bear. It makes me wonder, why is this so meaningful to her? I get the sense with the priest that he used his position of authority to take advantage of her in a vulnerable state. Or perhaps this scene was meant to represent a past molestation or a memory of being violated and a means to give us a sense of maybe why she would have been triggered to stab someone. And the guy that played a priest was very convincing as far as the character. I mean, he played creepy very well, very well.
It looks like it was shot using a Codex or film stock 60mm. I find the film very odd. It's ironic that the main woman slept with a guy who seems to be a pastor or father or priest with the outfit he was wearing when they're not actually allowed to have sex with anybody because that is what they basically sign off on when they do that job. And it looked like they were in the attic of a church, which may be the whole point of the plot, that she was hiding this relationship and it was a crime.
But she keeps being haunted by her previous boyfriend. So I think it was very interesting shot, like jumping back and forth between the interview room where she's being questioned and her past life with all these flashbacks. And then in the end, we have this final scene where she's got this sense of freedom, for herself. So I think it was very well done, and the story is quite compelling, is intricate, and it keeps you there, it keeps you excited because you never know what's going to happen next.
We're essentially taken on the journey of Lucinda and how she got to this moment in time in prison, having an interview with a detective trying to get more information on the reasoning behind her wrongdoings. And in doing so, we get flashbacks to different moments of her life, to the reason why she is in prison to begin with, as she took this person's life, and her relationship with love as well. So we get this glimpse of who she is, and in a sense, they try to make her a likable character, as if we can potentially forgive her for these actions, despite giving us this additional layer of understanding, if you will.
It draws you in the same way a music video or music album would, and I think it's an interesting visual and musical choice given the subject matter that it explores.